Good morning, everyone. Welcome to a new devotional and a new place in my house. I really am running out of places to go, so I really hope that COVID is over quickly because it just shows you how many videos we filmed at this point that I'm running out of space in my house. Anyway, I wanted to talk to you guys today about a verse that is very special and important to me. It's actually my life verse. It's found in Proverbs chapter 16, verse 9, and it says, "In their hearts, humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps." So for those of you who maybe don't know my story, just a small part of it is that when I was at Heritage Bible College and Seminary, after high school, I really felt God call me into the mission field, and I ended up applying to a program with Operation Mobilization called Incarnate, and I put off all of my other college acceptances for graphic design because that's what I originally thought I was going to be doing, and so I had this plan that I was going to do this program with Operation Mobilization, and I moved forward with that. I was really excited about it, and then one day I got an email saying that I had not been accepted to the program. There was a miscommunication. They said that I had been accepted, but it turns out that I wasn't, and I was really devastated. I didn't know what to do with my life. I felt like I had no meaning or purpose. I felt like I had misheard God's voice in my life, and I just didn't know what to do. And so it was at that time that a friend from college emailed me to encourage me, and she finished her email with this verse, and it has stuck with me ever since. And it just speaks so clearly of we as humans can make all the plans that we want. We can organize everything, plan everything, have everything ready to go, and then God can just pick it up and throw it out the window, and he's like, yeah, no, that's not my plan. And our world sometimes falls apart when he does that, because instead of trusting in his plan, we decide to take things into our own hands and go into action and do everything ourselves. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm very much a control freak. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to do everything that I can. I'm going to plan everything. I don't like doing things last minute. I don't like procrastinating. I like being really organized and everything. So I very much take things into my own hands. And so this was one of those circumstances where God was just like, yeah, no, I have something completely different planned for you. And I had no idea what it was. But if I hadn't have been rejected by this program, if God hadn't have thrown that out the window, I never would have become the intern at Grace. I never would have gone to Indonesia and been a missionary there for 9 months. And then ultimately, I never would have had this job at Grace. And so those events, the order that everything happened in the moment felt so chaotic, and I didn't know what was happening. But looking back on it, God was so clearly putting things into place so that I could be where I am today. And so this verse is just a constant reminder to me that, yes, we can make plans to a degree. We need to move forward and make plans. We can't just fly by the seat of our pants all the time, but we have to hold very loosely to them. I like to say we need to hold things in an open palm towards God. They're still ours, and there's something that we're passionate about or that we love, but we're holding it, not grasping it, not holding on to it, but holding it out, knowing, okay, God, if this isn't what you want for me, you can take this away, and I'm okay with that, which is so extremely hard to do, and I still struggle with that so much. A lot of you probably know that I held on to my old town, Beamsville, very hard with my hand and did not have it surrendered towards God, and he took me away from there and placed me here in Newmarket. And now I love Newmarket so much that I think I'm holding on to Newmarket like this and not holding it out towards God. And if he were to take me away from Newmarket, I would be devastated and so sad. So it's these lessons that we have to learn over and over again, to not make these plans, to just be like, okay, God, tomorrow is a new day, and I have no idea what it holds and what you're going to do, but I trust that you have a plan specifically for my life, and that it's a perfect plan. And so I thought that this would just be an encouraging thing at this time, as our futures are so uncertain. You maybe don't know like, is my job going to be the same when I get back to it when COVID is past? Am I even going to have the job that I had? I know lots of people have been laid off and they don't know what the future holds for them. Maybe you're asking yourself, am I going to the university or the college that I was planning to go to in the fall? Is the program going to be the same that I was going to do? Maybe you had travel plans in the fall and you don't know what the travel ban is going to be like. Then there are just so many uncertainties right now, and so many things that we had planned for September or even sooner than that. I think of like the ladies scrapbooking weekend this past weekend was canceled, and I was supposed to go on that, and I was very excited for it. Our young adult retreat to Quasend for the May long weekend is now canceled. Fun Fair is now canceled. We don't know what's going to happen with VBS. All of these things that I had planned and I was making plans for that are just completely thrown out the window now because I had no idea that COVID was going to happen. But I still did have to plan for them. I can't just plan Fun Fair the day before Fun Fair. You do need to make plans, but like I said, you have to hold them in an open palm towards God and say, okay, God, whatever you have planned for my life, I'm good for it. Like, I'm ready for it. Let's do this, which is so much easier said than done. So I hope that this has been an encouragement to you at this time. And just remember that you can plan your course, but the Lord does establish your steps. And it's often something we have to learn for ourselves. But if you can hear it from me, so many times God has thrown my plans out the window, and never once have I looked back and regretted it. I don't regret moving here from Beamsville. I am so happy that we did. I am so happy that that program with Operation Mobilization didn't work out. I have no idea where I would be right now if I had have gone through with that program. And I don't need to know where I would be because that wasn't God's plan. I am exactly where I need to be right now in this moment because God has placed me here. So I just pray that you trust Him in your plans in the future days, weeks, months, and even years. And even moving forward, once COVID has passed, there will be more uncertainties in the future. And I just pray that you will trust God with those. So thanks again for listening. And I hope you guys have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you next week.